Hi, my name is Rodney Mills.
So I've seen Rod present over many years. He has presented to university students, to service workers, to family members, and to other people with disability.
I work for the Memory Association, and for the last 5 years I've been overseeing the New Family Workshop series for families who are commencing with memory, and I've been asking Rod to present at those workshops.
He has a distinctive voice and a distinctive way of telling his story, and I think there's many things that I've learnt myself from hearing Rod present. And as I said earlier, I've heard Rod present many times, and each time that I hear him speak about his experience to a different audience, I learn something new.
I think any one of us could get up and speak about what can happen, but I think it's coming from Rod is incredibly powerful. It's families witnessing his presentation, being able to ask him questions, him responding to their questions very articulately, with a lot of wisdom, a lot of insight.
Years. I've been teaching and presenting for the last 10 years.
I went to a presentation that Rod gave when we were at a Pave the Way event. To start with, Rod gave a story, an autobiographical story of his life. Then at the end of that, Rod asked people if they've got questions. And once the first question had been asked and Rod had answered it, everybody knew that it was Rod who was speaking. Immediately, the atmosphere changed, and it suddenly became a conversation between the people who were there and Rod, who answered questions and made people laugh, and so his sense of humour came through, his compassion and intelligence, and that he's articulate. It all came through. And there's no way that could have been done if it had been somebody else who was directing Rod's hand.
Training people in facilitated communication is something that I'm also passionate about, so FC users can have trained facilitators to walk alongside them.
Rod didn't do facilitated communication until he was about 20. So for those years we really didn't think Rod understood anything we said, and to me that's very sad for Rod and for us, because we realise now that he understands everything we say. And to see him present now is just wonderful for us, because he has outdone any sort of expectations.
Yes. To give others hope to live their dreams regardless of labels is for many to still realise, so I'm hoping that my example will inspire others to push through any barriers that society imposes on us.
Rod is very honest about kind of the struggle that it has taken to get there, to kind of living his own life.
Childhood. I was born with autism, and with this diagnosis at about 2 my life became one of constant appointments, checkups and interventions planned around modifying my behaviour to get me to be normal. I felt like doctors and therapists were only interested in having me fit into their perceived assumptions of whatever textbook definitions of autism was to them.
Don't assume that your child doesn't understand, and treat them like they understand everything, because you don't know.
Can you give me any suggestions?
On their communication journey, it's so important to not try to go alone. Talk to others about what has worked, and remember that everybody must use whatever communication method works best for them.
It's just a fantastic opportunity for families to learn and observe Rod's journey and where he's come from, and then try and look at ways in which that may be able to be applied to their own life and to their own child.
I hope that seeing Rod present young families will give their children a better chance to achieve.